Hello and welcome to the Weekend Investing Daily Byte of 20th of September, a special day in the history of Indian markets, making a new high, especially when people were getting very cautious. The markets were tentative in the last two, three sessions, even after the Fed cut. But yet today, the market really made a bold move upwards. I think the market is getting a feel that maybe a good rate cut is on the cards in India also. And banks, of course, with a cut on Indian rates, if they happen, will have a fantastic performance for the quarter with the bonds getting re-rated in their books. So that seems to be driving the market. The banking index is the one which is leading the market now, hitting a new high after a long time. I think we are all set to go higher the way the markets have gone up. The story of the day is going to be around the Bajaj Housing IPO. Have you missed it? Was it a good thing if you missed it? Or those who have bought it in FOMO on the day of listing or on the next day of listing, what should they be doing? Subscribe to the channel and click on the bell notification. Markets giving a resounding move today. You can see this last five sessions were very tentative, very near the previous high. It was seeming as if the market doesn't want to go up, but all the fear mongers were set aside, and Nifty smartly up 1.48%. So we are now 25,800 and very close to now getting to 26,000. I mean, who could have imagined even 7 8 days back when we were near 24,800 that 1,000 points will come so easy. Nifty next 50 also jumping back. Yesterday was a day of you know the weak hands to be shaken off once again. You can see that many times in the recent history, weak hands have been shaken off, and the market takes a new trend. So almost closing at a new all-time high, 75,481 on Nifty next 50 as well. Uh, Mid caps again at a new high, 1.32%. Shake off yesterday till the very average running average of 40-day moving average, and a very good support taken there and a bounce right here. And you also had the small caps, although a smaller gain, 1% gain, but nevertheless, very near the recent highs. So really can't complain. Although the bank nifty is where the main sort of chart action is, where in the last 8 or 9 sessions it has gone from nearly 50,000 to 54,000, making a new all-time high at 1.42% for the day. So bank nifty is where the real interest rate change has been you know impacted, and the results seen there. Advanced decline ratio of the top 500 stocks, 344 advances to 153 declines, clearly in the favor of the bulls, the market move. The previous session also saw 1100 crores of FII buying. DII buying, as I've been mentioning many times, is getting softer. And on the 19th of February, we don't have that data, and we should be able to provide you very soon on that. Today's heat maps, all green virtually, like, except for State Bank of India, and that is primarily the reason PSU banks have not run up. ICICI Bank running up 3.6%. HDFC Bank, after I don't know after how many ages, I'm seeing after 1.9% up on HDFC Bank. Kotak Bank 1.7% up. Reliance 1.1% up. Mahindra 5% up. Levers 2.2%. Bharti 2.8%. L&T 2.9%. Coal India 2.7%. A lot of gains there. Minor losses in Grasim, State Bank, and minor losses in Bajaj Finance, TCS, etc. Also in the Nifty Next 50 domain, again a lot of green. Naukri, Zomato, Bosch, Havells, Trent, Siemens, Adani Group, all DLF, Bajaj Holding, United Spirits, all up. Again, PFC, REC, uh, IRFC also gaining ground today. Um, Public sector enterprise stocks have got the second wave today. HAL, BEL all going up. Let's see how long it lasts. It doesn't have that kind of a force that used to be there in these stocks. So the shift from these stocks towards others is gradually happening. In our strategies also, in many strategies, some of these have started to fade out. and let's see how things change going forward. Sectoral trends: real estate making the top move, 3.1% for the day. Fantastic move. Consumption stocks up 2.1%, autos 1.9%, metals 1.7%, and infra and FMCG following that. So across the board gains except PSU banks, which were at minus 0.1%. So PSU banks refusing to go up. Pharma and IT took a back seat, and defensives took a back seat, and risk on sectors took the front lead. It is showing you that market aggressively wants to go forward and not hiding in the defensives right now. So all the recent commentary about markets being, including mine, markets being a bit edgy, market proved all of us wrong. Micro developers up 7% for the day. Sobha 6%, Phoenix Mill 4%, DLF 3.3%, Godrej Properties and Suntec Realty. And you can see real estate really gushing up, not really at the previous highs, but tending to get there. Stock spotlight is on Concord Biotech. This stock has leapt from 1400 or to 2600 within a matter of weeks and not even months. An amazing sort of rally in Concord Biotech, up 16% for the day. The topic of discussion today is: did you miss the Bajaj Housing IPO? So there was a IPO by Bajaj uh, Group. In case you were living under some rock, you would not have known, but otherwise everybody would know about this. So huge subscription, and that subscription was being said to be sucking out liquidity from the IPO subscription that happened. 3 lakh crores odd was locked up for a few days in the subscription process, and there were market gurus who were saying market will crash because now there is no liquidity left in the market. And to their surprise, the markets also went up, and Bajaj Housing IPO also was a fantastic open. So it listed at 150 rupees. Issue price was 70. So if you got issuance at 70, you made 100% or more overnight. And that's what the IPO game has been reduced to. It's a punt of a lottery allocation, and if you get the allocation, then of course you can flip it. These are some of the recent sought after offerings in the IPO business, and you can see the kind of number of retail applications. 58 lakh applications came through for Bajaj Housing Finance versus 34 lakhs of Premier Energies, BLS at 30 lakhs, Gala Precision 29 lakhs, and Exicom at 27 point some. So fantastic IPO sort of vigor is there in the market. Now, value of shares applied as a total percentage of total IPO mobilization. So in 2024, you can see SME IPOs have garnered about 7,000 crores, uh, and the main board has hardly seen any mobilization. So SME IPOs are running far ahead of the the SME segment, but should be catching up soon as bigger and bigger IPOs come to the main board. Uh, Total allocation to retail as percentage of total IPO mobilization again uh, is there is no real trend as such, but in main board IPOs, you are seeing that the total allocation remains between 20 and 30%, whereas in the SME IPOs, it is much higher. So there's a lot of propensity to flip in the SME IPOs by retail. Percentage of shares sold by retail investors in value terms after listing: 60% people sell out within 1 year, 42% within 1 week, so 50% within 1 month. So you can say that most people are looking to exit, uh, and sometimes when the listing does not happen at a decent premium, they will wait for some time and then exit. But the idea is to make some quick bucks and get out of it. Very few investors are really coming in with a 5-10 year kind of view, which the companies would want uh, the investors to have. And treating IPOs like a lottery, hoping for quick wins. This is the mindset now for the IPO business that is going on. Uh, the rush is such that very few investors actually get allotments, and there are techniques. I think I would say the region of Gujarat is where most IPOs are coming from. most IPO allotments, and they have figured out how to make multiple applications through. They always have large families there, so they have figured out ways and means of how to get larger allotments within the family. And there is a lot of, I don't know how many of you know it, but even your demat accounts can be leveraged. So even if you have, let's say you have a leveraged, you have a demat account and you're not applying, somebody will pay you to apply on your behalf in your name. That's another kind of a parallel game that is happening mostly in Gujarat, I've heard, where you get a premium for lending your account, and this is prevalent. Wide prevalence of this malpractice is there in many parts. And if you will see the IPO allotment uh, uh, concentration, it will always be towards West India. So another thing with IPOs is that a lot of people are playing IPOs, but 1-2 lakhs of an IPO, even if it opens at a double or something, is significant money. I'm not saying it is not significant money, but it won't significantly impact your overall finances, your wealth journey, and so on and so forth. So and it sort of puts you in the very short term trading mindset versus the long term game. So whenever you will see that you are doing both trading and investing for the long term, and you have the same stocks in both the buckets, it will become very confusing for your mind to really stick to one strategy out of I mean, if you're losing money, you will shift from trading to investing bucket. If you're making money, you may shift from investment to trading bucket, and that is always never so good. So always keep some money aside for the IPO business if you have to do it. I mean, for some people, it is like the thrill of getting allotment and flipping it. But if that is your main sort of go-to strategy to the market, then one should also understand that who is coming out with an IPO and when. So the who is basically the smartest of investors, the promoters, the venture capitalists, the people who have invested pre-IPO. They are the smartest minds. If they are coming to the market to offload their holding, you can understand that they are not going to leave anything on the table for you. Mostly, even though they may say that we've left a lot for you on the table, there is nothing on the table. It is priced to the extreme because everybody wants to get their maximum output of their stocks. If they have been holding for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, then obviously they want them, and they will all come towards a market when the market is very hot, market is near a peak, when they know that investors will blindly buy on our name, or just that there is an IPO rush because the previous IPO. Now that this Bajaj IPO has happened, uh, the next few IPOs will be extremely sought after because some people have made 100-150% kind of returns, and they will go and tell 10 other people in their group that, see, I applied in the IPO and I got 150% return. So that will propel more people to come here. So this is where we are on the IPO frenzy. I mean, it is going on. There is no ending of the IPO frenzy right now, both in SME and on main board. What the mistake some people have done is that despite this frenzy on listing also, and the stock opening 150% higher, and then further 2 days of going, and some people got into that FOMO and had a lot of concentrated buying done there, and that has really come down very heavily, and they've already lost significant money on that. So always understand that in case you don't get allotment, there is no rush. Let the stock stabilize at, and even if you see from valuation perspective, 6 times book, I mean, no housing company in the world can really sustain that. So that's all for today's daily bite. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and share these videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.